Happy Valentine's Day from the Free Radical. Valentine's Day 2011. Sending out my sweetie a happy Valentine's Day. She gets home from work soon, so she'll find some flowers there at her house for her. Hope she loves them, because I love her. But just wanted to let you enjoy this sunset. The sun has gone down, but still have some brilliant orange and colors in the sky. Very peaceful way to stop in the day. But just want to talk a little bit about our attitudes within the liberty movement and how we treat each other. What inspired me to talk about this today was I've been taking a little heat from my anarchist friends for the fact that I'm campaign manager for a presidential campaign. And I understand disagreement in the anarchist community about becoming involved in electoral politics, and I understand the reason not to participate is based on force and based on violence. But the reason I take part in electoral politics is the networking, and it's about the education, and that's what I'm driven to do, and that's what I think is the right thing to do, and I'll continue to do it. And again, I have no problem with disagreements and arguments over tactics, but when I have people in the movement that I respect refer to me as a statist, or just for the fact that I participate in politics. Look, I no longer vote. Okay, philosophically, I guess you could self-describe myself as a market anarchist. Philosophically. And it's all about education, and the people that know me know that, and they respect that. But there's others in the movement that don't, and so here I'll lay it down for you. This is my philosophy, from the classical liberal to the anarchist. No matter where you are on that journey towards freedom, I'll work with you. You're my friend. You're a friend of liberty. I will never call you a statist because you participate in electoral politics. We're all at different parts of the journey. I came from a more of a conservative background, classical liberal, and got involved in the Libertarian Party and had mentors around me that taught me about the non-initiation of force principle. And I evolved, and we all evolve over time, and some of us it's going to take a little longer to get to that point where it doesn't scare us to think of a society without a state. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. We've been conditioned to be afraid. Public schools, everywhere you look there's indoctrination from authority. And I'm not saying all authority is bad. Particularly parental authority is necessary. But when anybody in any role of authority violates the rights of another human being, then they have no moral authority to govern anybody. So, I know I'm rambling, but I just want to make it clear to my friends in the movement, particularly my anarchist friends, that I'm not your enemy. Maybe I would rather be just, writing rants against the state. I do enough of that, but I'm all about building a network, and I've met so many good friends from my involvement in the Libertarian Party and Campaign for Liberty. I was an active participant in Ron Paul's campaign in 2008, and folks, we're all on the same team. We just all have different jobs to do, and the Liberty movement should be about freedom for the individual to take part in what part that they want to take part in. And I just hate to see, good people in the party, or in the movement, be mean to each other just because taking a different tack. So we need to think about that, because people are watching, and I know for sure if 12 years ago or so, if my first taste of the freedom movement would have been from some of these people in the movement, I would have ran and went the other way. So let's be helpful and have patience with those that haven't fully grasped the full spectrum of liberty. They need our help, and we need their help. We need everybody that has any desire to be free to take part in the fight against tyranny, whether it's the state, corporate fascism, the church, whoever. It's in the nature of man to unfortunately abuse power. So let's not eat our own, folks. I've seen too many good people. Just it's one thing to leave the Libertarian Party. That's just one aspect. You don't have to be involved in the Libertarian Party. There's so many other things you can do in the movement towards liberty. So let's respect each other's choices, and there's still room for healthy debate, and we can debate and point out each other's errors without condemning each other. So I just wanted to, that's been really bothering me the last week or so. You know, it's hard not to take it personal when someone that really doesn't know you as a person, just knows of you and things about you, they try to pigeonhole you or paint you into a corner, and you know, it's ridiculous. And you know, I'm guilty of judging too. We should judge the actions of individuals, not make assumptions. And that's just my opinion. And it's not my intention to tell anybody what to do. I just think we all need to think about the example we set. And I definitely apologize for those times where I lose my temper and I fail to live up to the ideals that I set for myself. We all fail, so let's remember that next time we want to jump down somebody's throat because they're doing something different. At least they're doing something, you know. Unless you're, you know, out directly violating the rights of others and otherwise being a bad human being, then leave each other alone. And the best thing we can do is set our own example, and if we're good enough, and that people will follow. As libertarians, anarchists, whatever you want to self-identify, self-governors, we should welcome competition in the marketplace, and that includes the marketplace of ideas. So let's use a little less venom, a lot less venom in my opinion, friends, and remember we're all human, we all make mistakes, and let's just be a little gentle, particularly with those that are just getting started in the movement. I mean, I've been banging my head against the wall for over 10 years now, and I've been called everything in the book, and it takes a while. Yes, my skin has gotten pretty thick. I still have my moments where I let my armor down and let those fiery, arrows hit their mark, but that's my fault, my failure. And we have to stop the wars within ourselves, folks, before we can make peace with the world. So if you take anything out of this rambling rant, just think about it. Let's all count to 10, and before we post something hateful, particularly about each other in the movement, because we need each other. The world needs us, and it doesn't do any good to make more enemies. We've got enough, and we need to be making more friends. So I'm going to sign out. Peace to everybody. Love your neighbor as yourself, and I appreciate you sticking through to the end. I appreciate and love everybody that respects my rights. Even people I don't particularly care for, I love you, and hope you'll learn to love me, and let's all get together and bring this world to freedom. All right. Have a good night, y'all.